Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First thing I want to do is give all praise and honor glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Hoshai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, a great millstone, and salutation brothers pushing his word, the truth, sincerity, with charity. So I'm going to call this, don't stress yourself out. Don't stress yourself out. Through the spirit, I just did a video on what I was just dealing with, and, they end up finding my whip or whatever, but I damn near forgot about it. I damn near was like, yeah, it was an inconvenience, but, we got to understand that Yahweh Shema Shai is with us, all right? Some things happen, so where the Lord blessed me, and I was able to have good times and smiles that took my mind away from it. All right, we really is serving the power and the creator of everything. All right, like the scripture say, in all our ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct our paths. It's sometimes, a lot of shit be out of our control. I see if it's a situation like, where, where you can put forth effort, like, let's say you want a job, you ask the Lord for a good job, but you sit on your ass and you don't go fill out no applications. It don't work like that. All right. You got to actually go out there. Me personally, I be very specific. Because I learned, the Lord will give you what you ask for. Sometimes you got to be very specific. So you got to be very specific. So Yahweh Shema Shai is literally, all right, in the midst of in a world where chaos and calamity. I like the scripture say, the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of power. All right, we actually want this to come. We want these things to happen. All right, and if you don't believe, if you don't know that Yahweh Shema Shai got you now, all right, then how you in this? We still in a green tree, like the scripture say. If they do this in a green tree, what should be done in the dry? So this the green tree. Everything is pretty, this it's the fall, but it ain't no famine yet. Yeah, the price is going up, but the shit ain't ridiculous. Like to the point to where, somebody making $30, $40 an hour can't survive. It's like they make $10 an hour. Hyperinflation really ain't kicked in yet. Things are going up, but hyperinflation ain't kicked in yet. All right? If you don't know Yahweh Shema Shai got you before all this, hey, something wrong with you, man. We all have our experiences, to where you can't say nothing, but it was the Lord. It was Abba. It was Yahweh Shema Shai. It's situations, that, just really let you know that the Lord is with us. Whether it be something random or really the Lord just get you out of jam or hit you with something like, here you go, like brothers like to call it, throw me a bone. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be no reason for overstressing yourself out. Now, and that's something me personally, I had to learn. So many, random occurrences of weird shit. So many random occurrences of just random occurrences, of inconvenience. You kind of get numb to the fact of shit happening to you. Like my last video, think not some strange thing has happened to thee. But how you take it. Just pray to the Lord, man. Man, your woman acting crazy and she leave. All right, Abba, you got it. All right, but still don't give up your preeminence. Don't be chasing behind her and, you know, and you giving up your hat, you giving up your throne, your crown. You know what I'm saying? You giving up your crown to this woman, you know, losing your mind. Yeah, look, it's ways to do shit. Alright? But giving up your crown ain't it. Being put to a public shame ain't it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of women out here, man. And to be honest, when I live by myself, God damn it, even though, you know, I got 2 women, whatever, that shit means nothing. Shit's some bullshit. Even though I got a wife now, alright? Hey, I was more focused when I was by myself. And sometimes I be like damn near wanting to get the fuck up out of there and get my own apartment or something, and, you know, get a 2-bedroom apartment with a brother, and, you know, move in with him, just, you know, split the bills over there. Because sometimes, man, hey, look, man, it's better to be alone anyways, you know. But now, you know, I got a big family, so, you know, it wouldn't be wise to make a move like that right now, you know. But in these situations, you know, hey, look, you just got to play it cool, you know. You just got to play it cool. What the scriptures say, lay your cares on him. You know, you tell Abba, and then, you know, you just leave it alone, man. You let it be. Hey, like that. I think it's a George Foreman commercial. I think it was like, set it and forget it. You know what I mean? So you pray it and forget it. Literally, you talk to the Lord about it and you leave it alone. You know, because we put more hell on ourselves sometimes dwelling on shit. You know, dwelling on things just weighing your mind down. I think it's a scripture in Sirach that goes into stress, make a feeble knees and weak hands. You know, feeble knees, you know, and I think it goes into a weak heart too, you know, because a lot of people, you know, when you get sick, you know, if you see people that's sick, you know, a lot of that shit be stemming from stress. You know, your organs ain't working right because you're fucking stressed. You're getting headaches, getting tension headaches. All right, you're dizzy all the time. It's because you're stressed. All right, you letting shit bother you too much, man. You know, and last night, you know, through the Spirit, really, you know, the Lord really put a smile on my face, man. Like real shit. I really needed what happened yesterday, and, you know, just all through all this, what we going through, you know, the Lord always makes sure He know we with Him. He with us. All right. He always makes sure He know He with us. Fuck these niggas, man. Hey, like the scriptures say, the angels of the Lord are encamped around them that love Him. You know, that's why, you know, you go somewhere and you get extreme favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get extreme, like, I mean, I ain't trying to sound like them church folks, but it's really what it is. Sometimes, you know, like we got a spiritual target on us for the left hand, you know what I mean? But we also got a spiritual heart around us, like a love. You know, so when we cry out to the Lord, like the scriptures say, if a man cry unto me in the bitterness of his soul, then the Lord will hear us. Bros, sisters, I don't think nobody is crying out to the Lord in more bitterness of their soul than us. All right? You know, they say what? If any man glory, let him glory in this. All right? That he know Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? We should be, hey, that's something to be what you would say ecstatic about, man. You know? And that's why we say call Elohim. You know, you see random things happen, screaming to the top, Allah, call Yahweh Shema Shai. Hey, because, you know, we don't give a fuck about the proof. We don't need the proof. All right? The scriptures is proof enough. You know, the history and the scriptures, that's proof enough. But the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, give us proof after proof after proof after sign after sign after sign after proof after proof after proof. Let alone the prophecies. All right? Let alone the prophecies. everything else that's going along with it. So I say this, brothers, look, and I'm not gonna say it's easy, because me personally, I got a temper problem, and really, it takes a lot of breathing, a lot of talking to the Lord, a lot of fucking mistakes, man, to really get a hold to kind of grab your own demons and put a chain around it, because it's really, sometimes worrying is some brothers, me, I think too much. I be overthinking shit, I just be overthinking, man. I don't know what the fuck it is about it, it's like my mind is programmed in a way to where I try to find every solution to a problem. And sometimes, you sitting there trying to find a solution to a problem. Well, maybe this, or maybe that. Well, maybe you should just sit your ass down and let the Lord do what he gonna do. All right? And not worry about it. And whatever outcome come out, just pray it work in your favor, and that Yahweh Shema shall show mercy. All right? Because we ain't got time for unwanted stress. Because you ain't seen stress yet. All right? And the hour in temptation, hey, we want Yahweh Shema Shah to preserve us, from the hour of temptation, which is the mark of the beast, man. We don't want to give in to that temptation, like the scriptures say, because really that's what it's gonna be. Ain't nobody eating. All right, everybody, because Christians think these church folks think they gonna escape that. Well, they all wicked as hell, biggest hypocrites on the planet. You ask me. The pagans. All right, because that's what they really are. They pagans hiding under the banner of the scriptures. We want the Lord. When this tribulation come, the Lord said we're gonna eat. The Lord said we're going to have enough for goat's milk for ourselves and our maidens. And goat milk is like very good milk, and I would prefer goat milk anyways. Goat cheese is a richer cheese, man. That shit is delicious than regular cow's cheese. All right? So, just continue to pray to the Lord. Continue to pray. Yahweh Shah continue to be that mediator for you, and that he don't turn his back on you. Because that's what we don't want. We don't want to get to a position where, you whining so goddamn much. Hey, look, you will whine yourself out the truth. That woe is me shit. You will whine yourself out the truth. It was one guy, he not around, man. He pretty much whined himself out the truth, man. I don't believe I'm good enough. I don't believe this. I don't believe that. I don't believe this. I don't believe that. I don't believe this. I don't believe that. And he'd disappear for a minute. Jacob show mercy. He'd come back. All right. And this brother I still love this brother, man. All right. Hella charity. But he hit moments the way he just feel like shit, and he don't feel like he worthy. Like, nigga, you ain't the only one fucking up. You know what I'm saying? But he whined himself out the truth. He let his spirit get so low to where he ain't even around no more. Whether you believe or not, I don't know. You can't believe if you're not around doing his work, man. He ain't doing the work by himself or goddamn it, trying to, come back, and deal, man. All right? We gotta have confidence in the spirit. Have confidence in Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right? Hey, like the scripture say, your deeds gotta, if your righteousness don't surpass the righteousness of the Sadducees and Pharisees. All right? And these the wicked niggas, these niggas was to the letter, you know what I'm saying? But of course, we ain't, we understand that, it's about mercy. It's about if the Lord dealing with you or not. It ain't about the law. It's about the law, but it ain't about the law. It's about whether you're part of the elect or not, and if the Lord dealing with you. Simple as that. We at the end of this, man. And that's what guys don't understand. Look, we can't keep the whole law. For one, our whole clothing got to be one fabric. All right, so if your shirt is velvet, your pants got to be velvet. If you got undergarments, your undergarments got to be velvet. You know what I mean? If you got a cotton shirt, your goddamn shirt supposed to be cotton. Your pants supposed to be cotton. Your socks got to be cotton. You know what I mean? But Esau, they goddamn it, put cotton in polyester. Polyester is plastic fibers. So you walk around with plastic fibers in your goddamn, this shit ain't real clothes, man. This shit is motherfucking what you call it, really rags. But we got the Lord. All right, relax, be cool. It's gonna be all right, brother. Because that day gonna come, man, when the Lord gonna dry our tears. Just wait on it. That day gonna come to where you can let it all out, man. And then you gonna smile right after. And you will never feel pain again. You will never feel suffering again. You will never feel your kids being taken from you again. You will never feel Esau foot on your neck again. Alright? You will never feel being broke again. You will never feel being without again. You will never feel living paycheck to paycheck again. You will never feel getting sick again. Alright? You will never die again. That's what we waiting for. And goddamn it, like second address, you know what I mean? It say if a man, goddamn it, not go through these, the set perils set before him, how should he receive this inheritance? And say, Lord, this soul is Israel. The angel say this soul is Israel's portion. Say, hey, look, this is what it is. We learning, we growing, all right. And we wait until Yahweh Shema Shai rise up to the prey, man. So with that, I just want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shema Shai B'Ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations, you brothers, pushing this word with you sincerity, with charity. Shalom and Baba.